let's get physical. It's May 8th until the 12th. Now, there may not be a lot this week, but there's certainly something you're all gonna want. But before we take a look at it, let me remind you, you have 2 weeks left to back the GameBook on Kickstarter. A Kickstarter I am in. Yeah, I've done a little bit of writing in that about a certain selection of Game Boy games, so go check it out with the link in the description. Now, this week, let's just get straight into the most anticipated game of the year, no messing about, the one we've all been waiting for, Pretty Girls Game Collection 3. The final episode in a trilogy is always the hardest. Can they possibly stick the landing? In this package, you get even more cheap, saucy table games. You have a Block Breaker, Texas Hold'em, some matching game, and of course, Wrong Mahjong. Naturally, since this is the physical version, it includes exclusive nudie artwork. So you'll be block breaking with balls while unblocking your own balls. It's detox for the crotch. I think Nintendo recently announced they wouldn't be allowing any more fully nudie stuff in their games anymore, so I think this is the last we'll see of these, aside from like another one that's coming in the summer that has cross-dressing dudes. So yeah, make the most of it. Of course, this is only releasing in Europe just like the previous ones, and if you want to order it, even if you're in America, check the links in the description. That's where you'll find this and all the retail games in this week's episode. Video Games Plus are a great company, and they have free worldwide shipping over $80 Canadian, and their standard shipping to the US is pretty cheap as well. Plus you can support us at the same time, which is always nice. And anyone who buys something with our links will be put into a weekly draw to win a $10 discount coupon. And this week's winner is Shane L. Congratulations, Shane, you will get an email from VGP with your discount coupon, and if they don't send it to you, then, you know, hit me up, message me somewhere, and I'll definitely sort it out. Sometimes they can be a little bit behind, but they will send it to you eventually, okay? And Pretty Girls Game Collection, our executive producer Ozgolo has chosen this as his pick of the week. Dokapon Kingdom Connect is releasing this week. Very brave of them. This is a cult classic PS2 and Wii game made by Sting, who are a game company I really like, but I'm not entirely sure why. They made Evolution on the Dreamcast like 2 decades ago, and I only vaguely remember that, but that alone means I like them. I don't know, it's weird. This is a mix of RPG and board game, which sounds fascinating. I did get a code to review this, but I just have other priorities going on right now. But it looks cool, and if I did have the time, I would definitely want to check it out. It looks all nice and happy and stuff. Lovely. And our executive producers, Brent McLean and Jennifer M, have chosen this as their pick of the week. TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 3 is releasing physically this week. Very brave of them. I mean, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's more TT Isle of Man. I'm not sure how many times they can keep biking around the same island over and over again, and I don't know how this is different to the other 2 games on the Switch, but you know, if you enjoy tanking house prices in the Isle of Man, then this may be the game for you. That's always fun, ruining people's lives. And also, it's a really difficult game, I know that, so if you like a challenge, you might want to take a look at this one. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is also releasing this week. Very brave of them. Alongside Pretty Girls Game Collection, are Nintendo mad? That marketing team is going to be fired by tomorrow. I don't even know what to say about this. Is there anything that I need to say? I've pretty much been off the grid with this. I haven't watched a single trailer aside from what's been in like the Nintendo Directs, because I want to go into this as blind as possible. Breath of the Wild is still like near like the top of my pile of favorite Switch games, and even just favorite games of all time in general. What a brilliant game that was, and what a way to start the Switch. And who knows, this may be a great way to end the Switch. I feel the console is now in its latter years and could do with something fresh. And who knows, maybe alongside it I could retire this video series. That's a joke. I still need the money, thanks. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get to this one myself, but I know I'm going to enjoy it a ton, as long as the vehicle building isn't a pain in the arse. I'm a little worried about that. Links are down below if you want to purchase it. It qualifies for free shipping at VGP. Go support us. And our executive producers, Viz, Issa, Dane Wilkinson, Cartoon Soren, Off Phone, Totally Grateful, Boombox, Vey, Thorn Metal Luna, Alex M, Punky Dooster, God of Resin, Parsnip Coffee, Precision Plague, and J Cross 777776. They've all chosen this as their pick of the week, which is officially the most picks we've ever had for one game. Pretty Girls Game Collection's been robbed. Alright, the Low Prince Skautfold double pack is up for pre-order at Red Art Games right now, with a North American version available at Video Games Plus. This package contains both Skautfold Shrouded Insanity and Skautfold Usurper on one cartridge with pre-order bonuses. One of these is a survival horror game, and one of them is a side-scrolling action exploration game, also known as a Metroidvania. A nice mix. And there are other games in this series, and each of them try a different genre, which I think is really commendable. You know, trying something different, not getting pigeonholed in a series. I'm definitely all over this one, and I can't wait to give these a try, especially the horror one. Looks like my kind of game. Especially after playing something like Signalis, you know, indie Resident Evil. Love it. You can pre-order this right now. Links are below if you want to buy and support us. I would appreciate that. And remember, with Red Art Games, you can get 10% off with our code SWATCH10. And our executive producer Instacritic has chosen this as his pick of the week. Dungeon Defenders Awakening is Super Rare's latest Switch release, 4,000 copies available on Thursday. This is a cooperative tower defense game as you defend your dungeon. It's almost entirely best played in multiplayer, so hopefully some of your mates also grab this release or, get it digitally, because I'm not sure anyone is still playing online after, a few years of release. Doesn't mean it ain't good though. There are so many games out there, how can one hold your attention for so long? But yeah, only buy this if you're prepared to feel real lonely or have actual friends. I don't know if they exist though. I've heard rumors of them. Wife Quest is up for pre-order at Premium Edition Games right now. I was supposed to mention it last week, but I forgot. Probably because I completed Wife Quest in real life, and I got the Platinum Trophy for it. My wife's pretty nice. Don't know how I did that. I don't even have a straight face. I'm proud of myself. I don't even have any money. But no, this game is not what I thought. It turns out that this isn't about a bloke trying to get a wife before all the women run out. This is not China. This is a reversal. It's the wife looking for the husband who's in danger and she needs to help out. That's basically what my wife does every day as I bumble around life in a foreign country. I don't know what I'm doing. Despite the classic East Asia soft shovelware vibe, it's supposed to be a pretty good game. It's a fan service game that is good. I'm surprised PlayAsia didn't snap this one up. You can pre-order this right now, as I've said. If you're in the US, you can buy from Premium Edition Games without affiliate links in the description. And it's also available in a standard or one of their cool retro editions. If you're international, maybe take a look at the VGP stock. That's probably better for you. They usually have better international shipping. And links are below for both. And our executive producer, Robotech, has chosen this as his pick of the week. Akai Katana Shin is finally up for pre-order at Limited Run Games. This has been out in Asia for a while, but Limited Run have got their hands on the North American version. It's also worth noting that in the summertime, this is coming to retail in Europe. Yeah, anyways, this is a really great cave shmup. I've talked about it a lot already in the past, so all I'll say is I'm surprised there is no collector's edition. The Japanese collector's edition is still available at PlayAsia with a soundtrack CD and acrylic standee thingy. I'll pop links below if you want that. You know it's better than Limited Run. Outbreak Collection Part 1 is another Limited Run release. They've already done one of these games in the series, now they're sticking two together so they don't have to embarrassingly sell them separately and then no one buys any of them. The first one did not sell well at all. This contains The New Nightmare and Nightmare Chronicles, which looks super tempting to me as an indie Resident Evil fan, but reviews tell me stay away. You can pre-order this on Tuesday. There's a version on Limited Run's website and another one on their Amazon shop with different cover art for the double-lipping dingleberries out there. That's how they sell these ones that don't sell. Senren Banka is Limited Run's third game, available for pre-order this week. This is a visual novel, a pretty good one. I'm pretty sure we reviewed this on VN Paradise like last year. It's a good one, high quality from Neko9, who like to take their time with localizations. You've got a long ass story in the much underappreciated Galgay scene, at least in the West, so make the most of it. It's just a shame it's Limited Run distribution because it's instantly gonna disappear into the void. Like, who's gonna remember this? Nobody. Now, once again, there are no imports this week. I mean, there's Zelda in Japan, but, you know, everyone else is staying clear. Even though Zelda even isn't that popular in Japan, maybe they're staying clear because they know everyone in Japan will be importing Pretty Girls Game Collection. Nintendo just fail to read the room sometimes. Anyways, the community spotlight. A-Rock sent in this photo showing off this big bunch of games, including the recent release of Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord. Very different from the original, but I found it quite enjoyable, aside from the story. I was gonna make a video about this game, but I just didn't have the time, guys. At least, maybe I had the time, I just didn't have the energy. Paul S. showed off some River City Girls Love. Popular as ever, especially with the sweet Japanese double pack of 1 and 2. How can you say no to that for a great price? Manji sent in this photo showing off the Japanese release of Osman. That's the collector's edition. I think Strictly Limited's version has sold out, or at least it was very close to being last time I checked, so this is a decent option. Lewis K sent in this photo with some wonderful imports. That Final Fantasy is going to be one of the biggest imports of all time, no doubt, especially when the next restock comes in. Bunny Bear also got in a lot of imports. I heard the Japanese Mega Man collection was like $15 cheaper than the US one, so I don't blame you for going for that, especially since the US one version isn't even in stock right now. Executive producer Cartoon Soren sent in this photo showing off the reversible cover of Advance Wars, which I think I like more than the normal one. Well, aside from that pasty goth weirdo smiling, that's just creepy. Executive producer Robotech got in this massive Wonder Boy collection from Strictly Limited, and probably got the Breakers collection alongside it. Yeah, I'd probably like Strictly Limited a lot more if they had nothing to do with in games, but sadly, they're the same company. Executive producer Thorn Metal Luna sent in this photo. More imports. Cereal Cleaner looks like it came with a mini vinyl, but no, it's a table coaster. That's a shame, but oh well, it was free. Xiao Pichu picked up this bunch of games, even more Final Fantasy goodness, but this time the Big Daddy US edition. I am quite jealous. Executive producer Alex M picked up these games. Apparently After Image, as awesome as it looked, kinda suffers from a good few issues, at least at launch, so I'm hoping that gets patched up in the near future, because I really like the look of this game. Executive producer Ozgolo sent in this photo showing off a huge bunch of games, including the overkill of Disgaea games on the systems, too many, although I'm sure the next one is going to be awesome as well. Nintendo Gamer Gal sent in this photo, including the Japanese version of .hack.gu. something, which is much more convenient to buy than exclusively from Bandai's website in America. I'd advise getting the Japanese one, it's not expensive either. Executive producer Punky Dooster sent in this picture, doing what he does best, showing us inside a card case, including Ocean Horn 2, which is a surprisingly great sequel. It expands massively upon the original, and the scope really great for what is essentially, it was made for mobile, so I was well impressed. Art Phoenix Asordis sent in this Mary Skelter collection. I've always wanted to get into the series, but I don't know what stopped me. Maybe time. Alright, let's have a roundup. JB in My Knots. Chew It. That Bloody Sadomasochist. Gundam Wing Zero. Mickey McFlynn. Radio to Rancid. Elissa. Twiggy. Ashura G. Vast Neon. Needless Dragon. Starvey. Shlomo. Alright, send me pictures on Twitter at SoWhatAboutGame. DM me, okay, that's the way to do it. Don't tag me in a post anymore because that's a lost hope, okay? And we have an email address, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and our Discord, the server link should be in the description. You can send it in the submissions section there. Only send me one picture per week. If you send me multiple, I'll just choose one, even if it's the worst one. I don't care, it's random. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Get Physical. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, JCross7776, Punky Dooster, Cartoon Soren, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, Issa, They, Mental Traveler, Offphone, Viz, Jennifer M, Instacritic, Precision Plague, Katacha, Ozgolo, Totally Grateful, and Alex M. Thank you for your support, plus you watching right now. Yeah, if you watched all the way through, please leave me a triangle emoji in honor of the Triforce that is coming this week to ruin Pretty Girls Game Collection's day. Alright, please go check out some of our other stuff. I didn't do too much on the channel that past week because I've been focusing on a bit more Jordan. I'm getting part 2 of my Kirby retrospective. I'm getting it done, probably this week for the Patreon. And yeah, I've written all of it. It's another 22,000 words, so that's up to 4 hours in total so far. And that's only like 66% of the way through. So, ooh, it's gonna be a big long video when I finally finish all of it. Anyways, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Goodbye.